Nippon Paint Flex 400 waterproofs concrete permanently and effectively from Nippon Paint.
Private sector outside plantations have also received increases. So I don't think there's full agreement there, otherwise they won't come to us. So whatever agreement we have, we must come to it quickly without there being trade union action. And secondly, whether we like it or not, we can't put off giving a pay increase after these 2 hard years. I mean, basically we can't give them what they want in any sector, but some payment has to be made. So these are the minimum limits that they have been talking of. So they are at about 1,700. If you have another way of giving them money or equivalent of that, as you said, you are paying the people who are working, best is that we take it up and talk it over. But we have to conclude something before, otherwise by January you will be having problems in the estates.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe advised the private sector to engage in a collective agreement concerning the wage hike for plantation workers, aiming for a minimum of 1,700 rupees, as per their request. Alternatively, plantation companies were urged to reach a consensus on the increased wage amount before the 31st of December. This guidance was imparted during a discussion held on Friday where the president met with the heads of plantation companies. The purpose of the meeting was to explore how regional plantation companies could align their programs with the agricultural modernization initiative outlined in the 2024 budget presented in Parliament last month. The President's media division said the discussions also delved into the program designed to grant land rights to plantation workers. President Wickremesinghe expressed his intention to establish committees for future work, proposing one committee to address the housing needs of plantation workers and another to represent the interests of both workers and plantation companies.
Whether we like it or not, we can't put off giving a pay increase after these 2 hard years. I mean, basically we can't give them what they want in any sector, but some payment has to be made. So these are the minimum limits that they have been talking of. So they are at about 1,700. If you have another way of giving them money or equivalent of that, as you said, you are paying the people who are working, best is that we take it up and talk it over. But we have to conclude something before, otherwise by January you will be having problems in the estates. Then if you are forced to give another increase, you lost the battle. You might as well give something now and keep control of it. Now government has decided, I think they put it up, that to give land, a few purchase, they say 10 purchase, but land to those who are working in the plantations so that they can build their own houses. And in other instances, we are giving the land as freehold. So even if you give it in other ways, leasehold, they will finally agitate for freehold. So we have to anticipate that. How are we going to identify that? Because earlier, there was an agreement that they will build houses and give to everyone. There is no way by which the government can build, or for that matter, you all can build. So the final arrangement was that we give them the land, and then they build their houses. Now this land is within the plantations, and in time to come, it can be an independent village. So 2 questions. One is, are you going to have it in that area? Are we going to have it outside? Then what are the financial adjustments we have to make with you all? What about the people who are living there, who are no longer working in the plantations? So these are issues that we'll have to go to, and sometimes you may not be able to give where the line rooms are now. It may be better for you to give it outside there. But I thought I'll get your views, because we can't have 1 million plantation people without a single inch of land. We are asking for problems. I would have liked to have, I was in favor of giving them storied buildings, but at the moment we don't have the money for storied buildings. So they say, give us the land and we will find the money and build the house. Some instances we may also have to acquire some land in the outskirts of cities so that we can shift some of them into places like Talwakale and put up storied buildings to save the, otherwise you will at some stage, the problem is you will find it, then the people wanting to expand. So we can't allow, once we agree on the areas for the housing, we can't allow that to expand. So for the future, we have to look at towns like Talwa, Calais, Lindul, others, and if necessary, take some land over from there that we can go into high-rise, medium-rise buildings. So let's plan it out. I want the plantation companies also to be involved in it together with the UDA. So I want to, I think we should have a definite decision of what's the land that's going to be for agriculture and what's the land that will be available for other work. So what we have to do now is, in my view, a transformation of the plantation system into something modern. The third one is, I think many of you are looking at different forms of contract cultivation instead of going in for the plantation labor. Now, on the basis of this, can we discuss it further and agree on some models? At some stage, you will have to come to this model of cultivation. I think some of you are doing it, no? So, Dr. Samaratunga will have to appoint some committee from the ministry and these. It's better if you can go there, because otherwise there will always, you also have a problem of paying salaries. So, let's see what we can work this out on. Yeah. The next is that we will be giving out land for commercial plantation, commercial agriculture. We are trying to identify about another 200,000. Some of it will come in the Mahavalley area. We will look for export crops. Large amounts will come in the Mahavalley area. Some have been talking of palm oil. In fact, all the restrictions on palm oil will release gradually. But this is what we've been thinking. So I'd like to know your views also. Otherwise, this is one way I am informing you of what we are thinking of, but I am not getting anything from you. But we have to modernize, we have to become a big agriculture export. So not only tea, you may be doing bee flowers, you may be doing something else in your areas. There's rubber, there's coconut. In addition to this, we will have a discussion, separate discussion on the future of tea, future of coconut, future of rubber, how we are going to develop it.
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.